Peace, peace, good people. Bald Head Tarot here, coming on to give you a late night reading. So pull up, grab your snacks, your smokes, your drinks. Lend me about 30 minutes, and hopefully I will channel a message that will be relative to something that you are going through or a question you may have recently asked yourself, okay? And your spirit guide is going to connect to my spirit guides and offer you some type of solution, some type of remedy, or maybe just a different perspective about a situation, okay? So I'm not going to hold you guys long. I want to go ahead and get started, but first let me say thank you to my new followers. If you're new to the channel today, then welcome. I hope that you do choose to stay, subscribe, and to my OGs and my returnees, thank you so very much, okay? So I hope everyone had an awesome Saturday, got some work done, or just maybe rested, you know, whatever you choose to do on Saturdays, as long as it was something productive, right? And sometimes rest is a form of production. Sometimes people need to just take a chilly pilly. So if that's what you did, then awesome, okay? Awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and call in the spirit of love. Oops, card fall. Spirit of love, spirit of light, spirit of life, spirit of accuracy and honesty. Come into this reading and offer me truth, offer me solutions to the collective that will soon be here to view this reading. Thank you for using me as a trusted and true vessel to bring about a message for those that will soon be here. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Okay. I'm going to cut my deck, and I will pull straight off the top. I do not read reversals unless I am guided to. Okay, so the first card out is Ten of Wands. Second card out is the Wheel of Fortune. Third card out, Five of Wands. I'll show you guys the cards. I'm in a different part of my home, a different setting, so it's a little darker than usual, but I'm sure you can still see the cards. Okay, so the Ten of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Five of Wands. Someone is most definitely bottoming out, okay? You're tired, okay? You've put a lot of energy into calling something in for yourself, okay? It feels like you've put a lot of work in, a lot of dedication, okay? A lot of mental, a lot of physical, a lot of emotional, just a lot of energy has went into something. And I believe that you've probably overextended, and it's now to the point that it's a burden, it's a struggle, and you're asking for relief. Okay, I believe that you have asked for relief, and it feels like, before I tap into the energy of this Wheel of Fortune, it feels like something may have taken place between this Ten of Wands heaviness and the Wheel of Fortune, because see, the Wheel of Fortune is the relief. The Wheel of Fortune is the manifestation. It is the prayer. But that was something that took place. So I'm going to pull a few more cards even before I get to this Five of Wands, because I feel like that the story is possibly incomplete. So let's go ahead and pull one more card, or a few more if I'm guided to. The Ace of Swords. Okay. So you had to have some type of trust rebuilt. Okay, there was some, it's almost like you had to reestablish or reground yourself in a place. Maybe like you lost your footing, or you stumbled, or something happened that made you have to reclaim something. Okay, had to reclaim something. Let's see. I want to get down a little deeper. The Ten of Cups. Okay, so this is talking about the home. You had to put your foot down. I think you may have told someone, if you don't get it together, I'm leaving, or you're leaving, or it's been some type of rivalry. And I know that because of the 5 of Wands, but it just feels like this right here was very heavy. It's shifted though. And even though it has shifted, because the wheel shifts, okay? That's what the wheel does. It carries you into a better, more favorable vibration, okay? It puts you more in alignment with what it is that you desire, okay? But even after receiving that there's still going to be some conflict and some competition. If this feels like it's about the family, the home, it feels like it's about your relationship, okay? It feels like it's about your relationship. Let me see, because it feels like somebody was feeling overwhelmed. Maybe like you're the breadwinner, or you are the caretaker, you're the something in the home, and you've gotten overwhelmed, and you're starting to feel like you're doing all of the work, or you're doing the most, or you, again, like I said earlier, it feels like you're overextending. Somebody in the home isn't helping. Somebody isn't pulling the weight, whether it's the children or the mate, okay? Somebody isn't pulling their weight, and it feels like there may have been some type of clash. Maybe like you told everybody to get out, even the children, the little babies, everybody get out, okay? Feels like I'm talking to a mom who's overwhelmed. To be honest, it feels like I'm talking to a mom who's overwhelmed, and you've been praying for relief. You didn't necessarily know where you needed the relief, but you've just been praying out. You've been calling out. Hey, I need help because I'm about to snap. I'm talking to an overwhelmed mom. Okay? And yes, I do feel like that there is a man involved. Okay? A husband, a boyfriend is in the home. And maybe he is not pulling his weight, or is not pulling the amount of weight that you need him to pull to feel balanced. Okay, because whatever he's not doing, you're having to pick up the slack, and that's why you have such an you're weighed down. Period. You're just weighed down, and it has become a burden. It has become a burden. See, I believe that it's a dual situation going on here. I believe you're overwhelmed with what you're doing. So that is called, like, as far as all the work that you have to put into maintaining the family. And listen, let me stop and say this, because Spirit has just brought this to my attention. Because the times that we are in, the frequencies that we're moving through, I believe everybody's feeling this energy. But of course, everybody's handling it differently, because everybody's setup is different, right? There are some people, who are single, so this is what they know. Struggle and survival is all they know. They don't have a man, okay? There are some of you that are, that have the 2-party homes, and, everything may be good on the front street as far as finances, but, maybe there's, some type of quarrel going on between, mom and dad, or, husband, wife. So I just feel like it's happening on many different levels for many different people. For some, it's about the money, and it's strictly about the money. I don't believe it's about the money here. I believe it's about the lack of help that you're not receiving from your mate. Okay, so far it doesn't feel like it's about money. Okay, it feels like the money's fine, but you need help. I think that maybe you are you're the breadwinner. And even though you're winning the bread, you're the breadwinner, okay? You make the money. I think the coins are fine, but that doesn't mean that you don't still need help. It's other things in the household that you need your mate to do to help things be a little smoother for you, okay? And he or she, just in case I'm speaking to a man and this is how you're feeling, you're the breadwinner. And when you come home, maybe it's things that you wish she would have done while you were at work. Okay, maybe you come home from work late and you want the kids already in the bed because you love your children, but you don't necessarily want to hear them running around hollering and screaming when you come home from work. You're tired. You just worked a 12-hour shift. Okay, so I get it. So we, just place the energy where it belongs, okay? I know I'm speaking to someone, whoever you are watching this, you're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you're drained, you're burdened, and things have become a struggle, but it feels like it's becoming a struggle from a emotional and mental standpoint due to all of the physical things that you have to do to keep your home maintained, okay? Yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about this Wheel of Fortune, because things are turning in your favor. There, whatever you prayed out and said, whatever whatever little whispers you had while you were in your, me time mode, you were heard. Okay, you were heard. You definitely were heard. You received some type of clarity, some change was made, and I believe it started with you regrounding yourself and putting your foot down. I feel like that was probably one of the many things that the wheel brought into your favor, and brought into your immediate. It's like it was the first thing that it gave you the strength to do: reestablish order. Okay. You put your foot down. That's the first words I heard. That's why, I just kept saying it. You reestablished some order in the home by putting your foot down. Okay. I think you're trying to implement some things that will help. It will help your household gain some type of structure. Okay, some type of structure. It's also feeling like the children are, and I just heard like battling for your attention or battling for attention. Okay, competing for your attention. Okay, so it feels like it could, I could be speaking to a family that has multiple children. Okay, it's, two or three for sure. Okay, maybe even 4 or 5. But there's rivalry amongst them. Okay, so just, as a mother, I know it's very, very difficult to try to take on all the weight in the home. So that's one of those situations where, and I know I'm about to add more weight on your plate. You're already, overwhelmed and possibly stressed out because the mate isn't pulling his or her weight. But if I'm speaking to the mom, and I feel like I'm speaking more to moms than I am dads. If I'm speaking to the moms, I want you to hear me, and I want you to hear me clearly, because a portion of your responsibility is to maintain your home. That's just the times we're living in. That 50-50 thing is real because inflation is real. So it is taking 2 people to run a healthy, wholesome household. But mom, your main responsibility is to your children. And when mom is out of whack, when mom is overwhelmed, when mom is burdened, when mom is full of anxiety, so are mom's children. And I do believe that is why there's some rivalry, some argument, some competition amongst your children. Okay, so my recommendation, and yes, I am a mother, my recommendation would be to, number one, speak with all your kids collectively, for sure. But you're going to have to carve out some time to also spend with each of them, because I feel like I'm talking to the type of mother that's trying to mother all of her children with the same energy, and you just can't do that. All of your children are their own different personalities. They are their own person. So how you mother one of them is not going to be how you can mother the other. Okay. Now, if they're 4 girls, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, you have 4 girls and they're all earth signs. They're all Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Then you may have a better chance of being able to mother them, very similarly, because they all are, they may receive your nurturing in a similar way, but you're still going to have to take them individually and mother them individually, even if they're all the same element. Okay, so that, but just assuming that you may have a fire sign child, and then a water sign child, and then a air sign child, and then an earth sign child. Let's just say that all of your children are of different signs, but you parent them all the same. Then that could be why you're seeing rivalry, competition, argument, and hassle amongst them. Okay, I feel like I'm talking to somebody whose household is chaotic. But mama, get your house in order. Okay, structure and order comes from mama. Protection and provision comes from daddy. Now, of course, like I said, we're living in those times where everybody got to work right now. You know, if you really want to, you know, bring in the finances. And I believe I'm talking to people who have a two-party home. Okay, if by chance I'm talking to a single mom, it's nothing changes for you as far as how you need to parent your children. Don't drop the ball on that. Your children are your wealth. Your children are your future. So don't slip and don't drop the ball on that. However, I don't think you are. I don't think you're going to drop the ball. I think you already have, or you will soon hear the whisper. And I believe your word is going to be organization, structure, time, attention. Those are going to be the words that you're going to hear from your spirit guides. Okay, putting your foot down, whether you are single in the situation or in a relationship or a marriage. Either way, putting your foot down and being concrete in what you say in your home, either way, is the first step. Now, I believe I'm speaking to an Aquarius mom, a Leo mom, a Taurus mom, and a Scorpio mom. Okay, and I'm saying moms specifically because, again, I do believe I'm speaking to a woman who is the breadwinner in her home. And if you're not the breadwinner, your home and your finances are equivalent to your mate. Okay, if the mate is involved. Okay, so let's pull more, because I do feel that there's more of a story coming into play. Okay, so Libra has entered the reading. Okay, but I just feel like that this is about you and the mate, the husband, the wife, coming to some type of agreement. I believe that your mate knows that you're overwhelmed, and once you have this come together meeting and you put your foot down, I believe you're going to receive an apology. Okay, I believe you're going to receive an apology from your mate, because maybe he or she has been overwhelmed and they just didn't know. Everybody's overwhelmed. Maybe the whole house is chaotic and overwhelmed. But that conversation that you're going to have is going to create a compassionate space for y'all to have a conversation and apologize to one another, because maybe you've been miscommunicating here lately. Okay, miscommunicating here lately. Okay, let's go a little further. Okay. The resolve is already here, though. I can tell you that. The Hermit. Now, Virgo has entered the building. I want to say that I had already mentioned this. Maybe I didn't, but maybe it was in my mind's ear to say it, but maybe I never said it, but I think I did. Taking some time out to regather your thoughts. You're overwhelmed because you're taking on a lot. And if you're not taking out time to call your power back to you, to call the meaning of why you're doing everything you're doing back to you, love and self-awareness and self-expression and self-mastery, if you're not calling all that stuff back to you on a daily, then you are going to continuously be overwhelmed, and all of it won't be because your partner. Some of it is going to be because you're not taking time out to love on you. So yes, mom, spirit baths, me time baths, moments of mindfulness away from the family. Okay, I don't care if it's just sitting in the car and humming, sitting in the car in silence, sitting in the car and praying, sitting in the car and meditating, sitting in the car holding your crystals, sitting in your car reading your Bible, sitting in the car and journaling. However, whatever you got to do, you must incorporate that into your daily regiment, because I'm talking to somebody who's burnt out. And you're so burnt out that you've probably been being very bitchy, rightfully so. Okay, I'm saying it as a term as a term of endearment, not to disrespect you. When a woman is overwhelmed, that's what comes out of us. When we're burdened, when we're stressed, when we've overextended and there's no one to feed back into us what we've been given to everyone, we become bitches. Big, bad, bold bitches. Okay? So you're in bitch mode right now. Yeah, snapping on the kids, snapping on the mate. Okay? Because you're tired. Like I said in the very beginning, you done told everybody to get out. Then went in your room and slammed the door and cried in your pillow because you're tired. Okay, so I get it, and I hope that this message lands in the hands of the individuals that need this, right? But you are being encouraged to go into hermit mode every day. Just carve out some time every day to call your energy back to you, to call the light back to you, to call your love back to you. This is stuff that you have to do for yourself. You can't put that in the hands of your man. You can't put that in the hands of your children. Nobody's responsible for regrounding you in you but you. And if you're not taking hermit moments out throughout the day, then you're absolutely 100% going to continue to feel like this, okay? So that part of you and that part of your stress is your responsibility. Let's keep going. Sorry for that noise. I'm sitting right by my window. I live very close to the interstate, so... So the Nine of Pentacles is here, and that's a wonderful thing, because what that lets me know is... I believe I'm speaking to someone who knows that what I'm saying is the truth, okay? This is something that you already know, so this reading is confirmation. So what's happening now is, I believe that I may have helped you have an epiphany. And because that light bulb just cut on, you're already looking at how you're going to attain this structure, attain this organization that you need in your house, attain balance and harmony. Attainment is your word, okay? Right along with organize and structure and balance and peace and harmony and attention, to throw attainment right on in there too, okay? It's just a simple, where you thought things were breaking down, it's really just a simple tune-up. A reestablishing of order. I just keep saying that. Reestablishing order in the home. I don't think it's always been like this. I believe something happened that threw the pH balance off in your home. Okay. Now I'm hearing something. I feel like somebody did you have someone come and stay in your home? Did you let somebody come stay? A family member, a child's friend, somebody came into your home, possibly a brother, a husband's sister, a friend, somebody. I believe you opened your doors to someone and you allowed them to stay in your home. And I think things have been chaotic since they left. I don't feel like they're currently there anymore. It doesn't feel like they're still there. Of course, there's a possibility that they may be, but it feels like the residue of their energy is what has thrown off the energy in your home, okay? So yes, there's things that you need to do to cleanse your home, to reestablish harmony in your home vibrationally, okay? You're welcome to leave a message that you would like assistance with that in the comments, okay? Or you can scroll over to the About section, scroll down, and in that description shows how to contact me if you would like to book a session and get further information on things that you can do to cleanse unwanted energies out of your home, okay? Because for some of you, that's what has thrown off the peace and the tranquility that was once in your home, okay? Now, a home is not always every day, 365 days a year, tranquil and serene, okay? Because we all go out of the home and we bring energies back in with us, okay? That's what energies do. They attach themselves to us and they catch rides into our homes, okay? So if you don't have certain things in your home that can capture and encapsulate those negative low frequencies, or those negative low energies, then those things are just running rapid in your home. And if you have a big family, then imagine how many things you're bringing in and out of your home that you don't even know, okay? So I won't speak on that, much longer. Again, if you need help or assistance or would like, more information about that, then go over to that about section. Pull a few more and then I'll wrap this reading up. Spirit, show me more. If you're liking this reading thus far, please hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't. Show me more if there's more. Show me more if there's more. The Fool. Indeed. The Fool. I like this because I know exactly what it's telling you. There's some things that you're going to have to start doing in your home and with your family, that you're going to have to implement and do here on out. There's a new beginning, a new energy, and I'm seeing and hearing amethyst. I saw it in my mind's eye, and then I heard amethyst. So I know that spirit telling me to tell you to work with amethyst. Now, I do know that amethyst is really good for shielding a person from somebody else's negative energy. I also know that it's really good to put amethyst in the corners of your home, okay? That's another way to build a barrier in your home to shield your home, or it can also absorb negative energy. It transmute the energy into usable energy. So it'll take that, it'll encapsulate that dark energy or those low frequencies, those lower vibrations, and transmute them into light energy, okay, and send them back out. That's the beauty in crystals, okay, especially amethyst. So maybe you should invest in some amethyst. And hey, you don't always have to take my word for it. Those are things that you can Google and research. Go get books on crystals and see what certain crystals do, okay? Work with crystals, but first get understanding about them. Don't ever just take something that you heard off of the internet or off the YouTube and take it, and run with that. Even though I'm telling you the 1000% honest to God truth, you still need to go and do your own due diligence, do your own research, okay? But the Fool is letting me know that there are some routines and some regiments that you're going to have to implement in your home. And I think once you do that, you won't have this level of intensity happen in your home again. You're going to see a difference in your children. You're going to see a difference in your mate, and you may even see a difference in your animals, okay? Your dogs, your cats, whatever type of animal you have in your home, because I feel like I'm speaking to a family that has an animal as well, okay? But yeah, that's just some new things that you're going to have to implement. This Fool card is a grand card to have for me to end this reading on. There's just some new things. Listen. Excuse me, I had to inhale and exhale. I am talking to a family that doesn't have any foundation, whether it be religious or whether it be spiritual. So you are being inspired, encouraged, and even forewarned that you must find and implement some type of protection in your home, or this will happen again, okay? That's the warning. That's the message in this entire reading. You must, okay? Now, this is not about witchcraft, okay? This is not about joining any type of or initiating into any type of, traditional, not traditional, but tradition, or spiritual traditions. I'm sorry, that's what I'm trying to say. Or, none of that. Now, if you choose to, hey, follow your heart, follow your spirit. So this, but I may be speaking to people who are not well versed in spirituality, nor are you well versed in religion. So this may sound like, oh, she's telling us to go do some witchcraft. Oh, no. So, if that's what you were thinking, please dismiss that thought. What I am telling you to do is incorporate things into your home that are of high vibration, so that high vibration can void out, okay, the low vibration that's in your home. And you can do that in many ways, okay? You can do it through candles. You can do it through crystals. You can do it through incense. You can do it through boiling different herbs and different roots and different fruits in a simmer pot. You can do it through singing and clapping and speaking in harmony in a particular tone. There's so many different ways you can do it. Right? That's why I said, book a session. I didn't want to talk too in depth about that because it would make this reading too long. But if you're interested in more ways that you could help quickly reatone your home, then reach out to me in the ways that I have already mentioned. Okay. So I'm not going to pull any more cards because I see exactly what the problem is and the solution. Okay. So again, I hope that this message finds who it is for, and you implement these things. But your burdens, your struggle, your children possibly, acting off the chain, your mate not pulling his or her weight, I believe all of this can be fixed with you doing a few things to attune and get in alignment with your own energy, mom. Okay, and it's all going to start first with you going into that hermit mode, okay, and calling your power back, calling your peace back, calling in some instruction and some direction for yourself, and then you can implement that in your household and with your family. And I believe once you do that, some of the other things as far as what you should do and what you can do to get your house in order, I believe that you'll start to receive those answers as well. Okay, and just implement them. It's really that simple. Don't make this thing any harder than it has to be. Just implement and stay dedicated. Okay, stay dedicated to the regiments that you do implement, and you'll see the trajectory of your home change. It'll go to the north, okay, instead of to the south. Right now I think you're going south and you really want to be headed north. Okay, all right, good people, I thank you so much for watching. May you receive all that time and energy back. This is where I conclude. Namaste.